I'm Rahul Dakate and welcome to Pro Coding with Rahul. This is the channel that you have been giving love to for so many days. But I had been out for a break for the past few months to fulfill some of the priorities that I had in my hand, and now I'm back on this channel. So today we are going to talk about Python and web2py. And web2py is now quite a mature technology, just like Django, the web framework of Python, which everybody of you must be knowing. It's pretty famous. Similarly, web2py is one of the all-in-one web framework for Python, which is like it bundles everything required for developing your web Python applications into one single package. And of course you have those third party plugins that you can add to the web2py eco environment to extend its functionality. So I'll just go through the applications that we have developed so far using Python and web2py framework, and what it had allowed me to do, and what we can do with this particular match, Python and web2py. So stay tuned with me. Basically, I'm going to tell you about what all softwares I have written in so many years on web2py. Like in the last 10 years, I've written a few full-fledged applications in web2py and how I feel writing those applications. I will give you the code walkthrough for these applications. They are really very neat, and you should come up and have a look at all those applications, because these are the applications that will give you and motivate you to write more code. So this is why I am going to show you how to write those applications. So if you believe me, it's the last 3 to 4 years that I'm running all those softwares online now, and believe me, I don't have a single hacking attack in web2py sites. They're that much secure. I just leave them at the mercy of the internet. There is no security in my web server. By the way, the web server is hosted in Debian environment, and it's a pretty stable Linux environment. So I basically use it for all my deployment purposes for my web applications. And behind the scenes, it's hosted on Apache. So Apache 2 is the server that I'm using for hosting the applications on the web, and web2py server, right? So we are going to dive into the code and see how the applications look. So we will go through all these applications on the web which are online currently. You can also check them out. The links are in the description below in the video. And once you have checked those links, we will go through the code for those very websites. I'll show you what I have written in those websites. And believe me, when you're writing the code in Python and web2py, it's like a match made in heaven, and it's very fast, and you can write tremendously secure and superb stuff with web2py and Python.
So that was about the Target Plus software, and let's dive into another website that I wrote using uh, web2py framework, and it's called thejungleride.com. So this website is also live now. It's been months this is live, and I hardly took 6 or 7 days to write the entire site. So what I want to specify is like web2py and Python is a very good combination for your development purposes. It's light, it's nice. While I admit that Django and Flask are also good frameworks, but when I started coding in web2py, I just got hooked to it, and it's basically driven my entire development, and it's really helped me be productive in a within short period of time. So all these things are all written in web2py. I'll show you one more site that's written in web2py and Python. It's called artpic.n. All these sites are live. You can access them like flockbird.n, jungleride.com, and artpic.in. All these sites are live. So this is the Artpic site, which is a new stock photography platform that I've written. It's called All These Bells and Whistles of the Modern Day Websites. and you can see we have a lot of things over here. We can, check out a few news over these websites. You can find out information about camera gear, and a lot of things are there. You can purchase images from this site. It's got, like, you can view the images over there. You can purchase the images by clicking on the purchase button, and then you just provide the phone number, and everything would be handled by Razorpay. We have attached Razorpay with this site. Isn't this cool? So you can write a application, you can write an e-commerce application using this Python and web2py framework, and just go ahead and deploy it. It's that simple. So you got these videos that are there from the clients and customers who have uploaded them here, and they are of different categories: food and dances or entertainment. Even you got blogs over here, so you can see those blogs are written in here for coronavirus and other things. So you can go ahead, read those blogs over here. There's a lot of thing that can be done within this small app that I've created, right? You can go back to home. You have got the galleries, you've got the services, shared albums, which are the albums that you are sharing with your clients. You can hire a professional if you want. So if there is a professional requirement of a photographer, you can just click on this particular professional listed, go inside, find the details of the photographer, his communication details. You can even contact him from this very own page, wherein a message would be sent to the professional where is listed over here, and he will see that message and he can respond to you via emails or anything. So email responses are also inbuilt into the application. There is a host of things that goes into this application, right? So we've got users login, wherein users can add friends, remove friends. They can do a lot of things. They have a wall just like a Facebook wall, but it's a different wall. It's not exactly like Facebook, but then they really do have something there. So I can say that this is actually, see that you've got chill out, it is called as a wall for Facebook. You've got your own creative bay where you have already added your work or photos. This is the message that you can get here, like from anybody who has seen or if anybody has messaged you for contact and communication about your services, then you get this kind of message. You can add it to do or delete it if you don't want to use it. Then we have market. You can check your earnings in this, and whatever pictures are there in this market, you can check it out here. So chill out basically has this kind of updates, and you can, like, post updates like epic is crazy cool post, and those updates would be shown to your friends in this way. And basically they can add cools, which are basically likes over here. So you can work on these things in this way. So you get to know one cool is there for this. And if there are any competitions that are posted on the website, you can see these here. So basically, this is a full-fledged work control management system inside your application and chill out and art pick. And basically you can do a lot of stuff in here. You can add albums, share those albums with your friends, and those albums will have a basic access code just like what we have here. Go to that and you can provide this access code to your friends, so your folder will be matched according to the access code, and then only your friends would be able to access your folders that are on the web. So it's pretty secure, and it's very nice application, correct? So this is what we can do with web2py and python, and it's just not it's just a tip of iceberg, as I would say, because you can do a lot of other things as well with this. So you can expose the APIs and you can utilize them into another applications, or you can create your own framework with this for your small web applications or for your mobile applications. So that can also be done using this framework. Okay, now let's dive into the code. Basically, I'll show you the controller file. So I'll open, I'm using idle as my editor, and we have got all those imports and different things and date calculations over here. And I'm just using the functional approach of the programming language, which I really find convenient, and I don't really miss my oops concepts. Oops are great, but I prefer the top-down programming model instead of oops. So I write everything into functions, indexes, user logins, and everything. And actually, these are some of the things that are already, I mean, written in Python, and it's pretty easy and straightforward to understand everything. Correct? And I'll show you the models. So I'll open it in idle. So this is the model where we have again some imports, and we have settings for emails, authorization settings, and we have the connection strings for your table. So this is the uh, Postgres database connection. Then you have these tables defined over here and what you want to do with those tables. So everything is available in web2py, and DAL has a huge DAL provides a huge complement to web2py in Python. So I really love this framework, and probably in coming sections or and probably in the coming sessions, I might show you some code and how to add a simple module on the fly. So stay tuned. So this is the typical structure of a web2py application. For example, I have the application called as Flockbird, which in turn hosts Target Plus, which is a ticket management software. So we have got this folder structure over here for all the applications that are coded in web2py. Cache, controllers contains the controllers files. The main is the default.py, and then there is cron thread databases that are being created by DAL. So we got all the SQL queries and other things inside this. The design documents is a personal folder that I created for this particular application, which contains all the designs of this application. Errors is something that this web framework provides. So if there are any errors for the application, you can check them in here. Those would be stored here. Then there are languages. So currently we have these languages over here, like 37 languages, which can be used for your applications. And there is this models contains all the files that is called the db.py file, which can be used to determine the table structure of your application. So it will automatically create all the databases. Even the connection parameters for your database are stored here. Modules, the other modules that you have imported, for example, if you want to use HTML module or reports module, web grid module, or whatever plugins you have, they can be seen here. Couple of files are here already for PDF and all. Then private has some of the keys and other things that are required for your authorization and other things. Sessions is having all the sessions that you have for this application. It is currently empty because I have cleared all those sessions today. And then we have static, which contains all the static files for your application. So they can be logos, images, layout files, fonts, CSS, JavaScript files, and other files that you want to use. Then we have got uploads folder, which has all the uploads for the application. You can specify multiple things, or you if your application uses some kind of files that need to be uploaded, they are always kept inside this folder. And I prefer this method of saving files into the folders rather than adding it as an object or blob into the databases. Then there are views, which is another important concept. It has got these current folders, which is like plugin layouts, where the layout of the application is stored into the default layouts folder. So I have got this SB admin 2 layout, which I'm using for this application, and the view files, which are stored inside the default folder, which contains all the HTML files that are required in this application. So there are a number of files, like I have currently 265 files over here. So all these views are stored here. So let's see what we have written so far. And we have got around 3 to 4 applications that are web applications, and one of them is Flockbird. So Flockbird basically has two applications in itself. One is the website, which you can see here. If I just click on flockbird.in, then you can see the website that will load in few seconds. And this is also written in Python. Every integration and all sorts of things including graphics are done by me. So and this is basically written in web2py and Python. And then we have one more application, that is a website that is called as Jungle Ride. So you can basically click on this and you can see jungleride.com. It will load. It's for Jungle Safari, one of the business, and you can see all sorts of things over here. You can do WhatsApp messaging and everything. You can also view the galleries for this. So these are all minimalist websites which are written for different purposes, and basically they provide you with all the resources to create rich kind of websites which are or can be developed into full-fledged applications later on. So this is one application, and this is Flockbird. This is the website which is made for my company, and I have everything over here. If you want to sign in into Target Plus, which is basically a ticket management system, you can do so by clicking on this here. And I've already logged into one of the systems, so I'll just open that here. So this is basically the interface that is written in web2py and Python, and basically I use only Bootstrap for all the widgets that I want over here, and nothing complicated like Angular or React Redux, which a few people might say that these are easy, but then they are again an overkill or extra bloat on your entire software. So to keep things simple, I'm only using the inbuilt Bootstrap and basic JavaScript. Also, JavaScript is just like 1 to 2% inside the entire website and not more than that. So I've written all the modules over here, which includes to-dos, ticketing, note maker, root cause analysis, patch system, which can also be used as a hotfix system, project management, full-fledged project management, and agile project management is also available over here. Then change management, performance management, analyzers are also there, and we have got PDF reports over here, so you can also do reporting for anything you want. You can also use reporting over here. You can check for open issues that you have so far and other things. So all those open issues that you have, they can be listed inside this PDF, which you can download. Neat, isn't it? We've got different groups of reports, and we have got the page 2 for the reports. So we have got a lot of things, a lot of reports. More than 50 reports are available here. We can compare performance, for which you need to add and select the builds, with which you want to compare it against the past data with the current data. So you need that data set available inside your applications. And then you have this dashboard which contains all the details of your application currently, the tickets that you've created in the last 7 days, or ETAs of the tickets. ETA, by the way, is expected time of arrival, and in software technology terms. So, as well as you can add all work in progress tickets and everything. You can send emails directly, and everything is here. You can see those graphical analyzers, you can check those out. Those are made with PyGL library, by the way. And this is empty because I don't have patches in the last 30 days. So this is empty. So patch statistics or hotfix statistics are also available over here. And you have got those alerts which you can mark as done from via within this application. And these are all the things that are really handy for you to check out all the applications, everything. Now for system admin user, you can see these additional options which are highlighted in this yellow color, which are only available for system admin utility or system admin login, and for not for the rest of the users. So for advanced options, I can see the system access log for everything that is being done inside the system. You have the logs for everything captured over here. So as well as you can see whatever is being done. These are the different workspaces. If you have seen this and if you have seen this login, you see this workspace, which is an which you can treat as an independent company, which you can log into using your username and password. So it is multi-tenant based application and very convenient for every company. So data is pretty much separate and you can do a lot of things here. You can even see the web access log. If you try to find out these IP addresses, you will find it out like they belong to somewhere outside the country. So there are a lot of things. You can view the details of these things as well. So a lot of stuff is going around here. You can create new tickets, you can create a lot of things, and we've got a full-fledged app over here, right? You can see the about information, you can see the release information, and you can even access the PDF based user guide over here. So this is Target Plus, and I have another application called as artpick.in, wherein you can access the entire e-commerce site over here, which has got all the bells and whistles of the modern day websites. You can even attach videos, you can add news, you can add a gallery, you can purchase some stuff from the site. You just have to enter your phone number or email address and you can proceed with this. It's integrated with Razorpay. So all these things are being done using Python, web2py, and basic widgets that belong to Bootstrap and all. So these are the YouTube integration with the site, and you can see blogs over here. So there's a lot of thing that you can do in this site as well. It's a mini Facebook kind of site. You can write your blogs, you can log into the site, and then you can create or add friends for yourself. You can do a lot of things over here. So this is another application that you can see here, and you have the admin console as well over here, and you can check it out. I mean, these kinds of applications can be written in Python, which is great, and Web2Py, again, that's awesome. So you can just do about, you just need to think and write and start doing stuff with Web2Py and Python, and everything can be done using this two languages and framework. There's one more application called as HMS, or HMS is the hospital management system, which is typically based for different hospitals and medium-sized hospitals and clinics. and it's a skeletal system again, which can be utilized for a lot of hospitals and patients and everything. So I hope this introduction for the applications which you can create in Python and web2py is useful for you. Stay tuned for all the beautiful contents that would be coming your way. And do like, share, and subscribe the video. Thank you.